Because some journeys are better taken together.
Let's walk the talk. 702.
The South African Revenue Services announcing a new tender. They want to appoint a panel of specialist tax consulting firms for a period of 5 years, meaning that SARS will immediately be able to gain access to the best private tax minds in the country to help catch tax evaders. Jashwin Baijoo is the head of strategic engagement with Tax Consulting SA, joining us on the line now. Jashwin, good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning, Africa, and good morning to the listeners. Thanks for having me on.
I'm so tempted to ask whether Tax Consulting SA will be bidding for this tender, but that's not a question you should answer. Why is it important for SARS to be doing this?
So this addresses two key challenges that SARS has been facing, and one, very easy, is skills shortage, and two, it is the volume of tax-related matters that need to be considered, especially some of which are more on the complex side, that require specific expertise. So their initial option is, recruit people, train them up over a number of years, and then they get to that level where they can handle these kinds of matters. Or alternatively, look to the private sector and source a panel of individuals who have been doing this for a number of years and just let them continue on that path. Remember, what SARS are doing is they are basically following a globally accepted practice. You've got the US where IRS officials require private practice training. Closer to home, you've got Mauritius where the Minister of Finance and his team have started getting guidance from the private sector regarding the global minimum tax threshold of 15%, aligning with the OECD. So it's not something new on a global level, and this is quite likely SARS taking that step in that right direction and aligning with the OECD, pushing to get off the grey list.
The immediate question that comes to mind then, Jashwin, is why not attract that specialist skill into SARS? So poach from the private sector, if nothing else. Why have them be contracted for a period of 5 years, this panel of specialist tax consulting firms?
Well, two things there. One, SARS has tried. If you cycle back about 3 months, SARS's high wealth individual unit actually had a number of vacant positions available, ranging from forensic auditors to your most senior business leaders for legal divisions and advisory and complex financial transactions and international taxation, etc. But it may just be the case that recruitment exercise and prior exercises did not go as well as hoped, because it must be recognized factually there is a skills shortage in South Africa, and where you do have specialists that are so niche and so well versed in what they do, in all likelihood they are relatively happy where they are and would not want to move employers, but would still be open to contracting to SARS.
How soon is all of this hopefully going to be realized, Jashwin?
So your tender process obviously will run for a couple of weeks. The first briefing meeting is on the 4th of September, I think it is. And then there's a written response process, formal tenders, there's a technical evaluation, etc. But ultimately, SARS would probably be looking at having this up and running come the new year. And the whole purpose of this is simply because SARS are on a crusade of zero tolerance for any sort of taxpayer non-compliance, and to aid in their cause, they need to bolster their audit and risk detection capacity. And the quickest way to do this, the most immediate way to do this, is exactly this tender.
Fantastic. Jashwin, thank you very much indeed for your time this morning. Jashwin Baijoo is the Head of Strategic Engagement with Tax Consulting SA, talking to us about the announcement made 2 days ago by SARS of the appointment of a panel of specialist tax consulting firms for a period of 5 years. At least that tender is out.